Righto, g'day everyone, hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back. Let me know if there's any issues with the sound or anything, if the music is too loud or if you can't hear me. But it's time to assemble the kit that we designed last night in the stream. That was 4.5 hours long. The first hour or so of us designing this kit, and the rest of that was me messing around. Hello Solvix, how are you? Again, thank you so much for joining me last night. I really appreciate you being there for the whole stream, including all the rubbish there. But it was great, having that chat with people was really, really fun. And I think I'll do that a little bit more. Like I mentioned in the stream last night, a lot of my design work happens at night. And I'll put the stream on, and if people want to join me, hang out, have a bit of a chat, great, that'd be wonderful. But, like I was saying, I've cut this kit now. It's ready to assemble. Before we do that, I thought I'd just finish up the rest of the process. So last night in the stream, we designed this model in SketchUp. We exported out an EPS to Adobe Illustrator. We took that into Illustrator, added all the sprue points and stuff. So, all of these parts are part of the sprue. And then the last part that we couldn't do was printing that to JobControl. JobControl is the proprietary software that controls the lasers from Trotec, and part of that includes a print driver, and being able to print that out to JobControl is done through Illustrator. So continuing the momentum of, long streams with a whole bunch of information, here's a quick video that I made about the process. I haven't watched this whole video, so hopefully it works properly. Let's check that out. So last night during the stream, we designed that simple ruin. And we'll do some more complex work. It ended up being 4.5 hours or whatever of me just, chilling out and having a bit of a ramble. But before we can put it onto the laser cutters, we need to do one more step, which we couldn't do last night because I didn't have the Trotec software installed from their software JobControl. So let's head back into the office and I'll screen capture this, and we'll watch this during the stream tonight or whenever the next part of this stream will be, so we can cover off that process now that we've gone from SketchUp through to Illustrator, then from Illustrator to JobControl. As I come back to me, because I've got hotkeys set up while I typed in that message. Let's go back to that video. Bloody hotkeys. So last night during the stream, we designed that simple ruin. And we'll do some more complex work. It ended up being 4.5 hours or whatever of me just, chilling out and having a bit of a ramble. But before we can put it onto the laser cutters, we need to do one more step, which we couldn't do last night because I didn't have the Trotec software installed from their software JobControl. So let's head back into the office and I'll screen capture this, and we'll watch this during the stream tonight or whenever the next part of this stream will be, so we can cover off that process now that we've gone from SketchUp through to Illustrator, then from Illustrator to JobControl, and then we'll go down to the lasers while it's cutting and see that. And then later on, we'll stream the building of it. Let's check it out. So here we go, we're in Illustrator now. This is the third time trying to do this. I realized I had a hotkey set up on my screen recording software. I'm using OBS actually, the space bar to start and stop the recording. And obviously in Illustrator, I use my space bar to move my canvas around. So every time I press the space bar and move the canvas around, it would stop and start OBS. Okay, so here we are. We've got our two plates here. We'll go up and print these off. So the Trotec software JobControl comes with a print driver, and you can simply install that print driver, and then it just acts and behaves like a normal printer. We're not physically printing this at the moment. We're simply using the print driver to create a file, a JFX file or whatever it is, that JobControl can read, and then we'll duck over to the lasers and run that there. This computer must be upgraded. It is not old, but it's just... So here we go. Here's the printer, various printers around the studio, the Trotec engraver. we'll just go into our settings, make sure that everything is okay. We can see a little preview down there. We'll go into preferences. Our laser beds are 1000 by 600. So that's what I want to see here, 1000 by 600. I want to minimize it to the size of the artwork, which means it will minimize itself to the sprue size. And everything else is fine here. Print that, print that. We want to print page 1. I don't know why it says page 2, but as soon as Illustrator decides to catch up with me and allow me to change this number. What are you doing, Illustrator? And I must rig up a camera here on this laptop in the office so that you can see my lovely little round face, you know, somewhere around here. Well, my regular shaped face in a round mask. There we go. So there's page 1. Wait for this preview to update. We should see the word building 1 over here somewhere. What is Illustrator doing today? This Shift 1 is set up to bring me back to the main camera. So every time I type an exclamation point in the comments, it brings me back to the main camera. Man, I wonder. Let's go back to that video. I wonder if I can fast forward it back to where we were. So last night during the stream, we designed that simple ruin, and we'll do some more complex work. It ended up being 4.5 hours or whatever of me just, you know, chilling out and having a bit of a ramble. No, we can't fast forward that video. So let me mess around here in the studio mode for a little bit and see if I can get that video back up into, you know, where we were up to. And I think I might need to sort out my hotkeys. You know, using Shift 1 for my main camera, probably not a good idea. You know, given that, you know, it is, you know, the exclamation mark or the exclamation point. Let's have a look. Can I fast forward this to here? I think we got to about here. You know, I think this is where we are. Somewhere around here. All right, this'll do. Let's switch over and push this over. How do I do this? Transition. So last night during the stream, we designed that simple ruin around here. Well, my regular shaped face in a round mask. There we go. So there's page 1. Wait for this preview to update. We should see the word building 1 over here somewhere. What is Illustrator doing today? So last night during the stream, we designed that simple ruin. This has worked so well. Long story short, I'll come back to the videos later on. You know, we cut this on the laser. I don't know why. Anyway, let's just assemble this bloody kit. I don't know what this thing is doing. Let's get out of here. All right. For the next stream, I'll try and figure out how to put in a pre-recorded video, and I'm pretty sure if I just get rid of the hotkeys, especially for the exclamation point, I can type some comments in the chat box without having to worry about it. Let's just assemble our kit, right? You know, we can watch the laser cutting some stuff, you know, later on. So this is what I was talking about last night when I was talking about the sprue points. I must sort out the focus on the camera. Is you know, by cutting halfway through the sprue points, you know, it's super easy just to pop all these parts out. And then, you know, what I'm left with is a tiny, tiny little sprue tab, which I can just scrape off with my fingernail. So this simple building here, so someone had asked about engraving in the kits. Let's get rid of that. So when we use a black fill on something, it will engrave into the material, and you know, that's engraved into the sheet itself. I'm looking forward to doing more of these streams. I'm you know, really keen to give you a bit more of an insight into, you know, how Knights of Dice runs, and you know, obviously, you know, creating files in Illustrator is in SketchUp is fairly straightforward sort of stuff. It just depends on how complex you want to get with your designs. Let's get a little punchy tool. This hasn't cut too well. It was super cold in the warehouse this morning, and the temperature can affect how the laser operates. So this wouldn't have passed QA at all. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. So I'll show you a close-up if I can. The difference between a kit that's cut really well and a kit that isn't cut well but looks like it might be okay. So these tabs here I'm having to push out, and as you can see, it's ripping and tearing the back of the MDF. Can I zoom in? Actually, if we go to this view over here, we might need to tidy up part of the desk or move the camera. Let's just move the camera live on the stream. Great, good idea, Viv. So we can see here, this is the back of the piece of MDF. And you can see it's cut through, but it's jagged. It's not 100% clean. And whilst that, you might think that might be okay, that part there is incredibly difficult now to push out of there. And what happens when I do that is it starts ripping the back of the MDF. So if you get a kit, certainly from us, that looks like this, it is not cut properly, and whilst it might assemble, if you're not happy with that, then let me know and I'll replace it. This is absolutely in no way, shape or form anywhere near good enough for a Knights of Dice kit. All right, let's just force all this out and put our building together. So thanks very much again for joining me on the stream last night. It was great fun. Like I said before, I'm really looking forward to doing more of them. I'm looking forward to designing this range of stuff for the gaming club. Again, just trying to, you know, get something nice and simple for the club. This is no way representative of a kit from Knights of Dice at all. This wouldn't have gone out. This would have been chucked in the bin. Or sometimes, you know, gone into a seconds pile. Sometimes we keep seconds because people ask for them at shows and stuff. But I'd be furious if I got a kit like that. Okay, so these two bits will go in here. Wonderful, that works perfectly fine. The connection and everything is good. Now we've got 3 floors. Now these 3 floors are all the same, so we should be able to put these in any order we want. Let's put this one in here. So what we'll need to do first is assemble one wall. This is going to be a little bit tricky because this kit was cut like crap. I think we'll put this wall in the middle. Put this one in here. There we go. Sovik says it was good. I can't wait to see what you come up with. It was great fun. I really enjoyed it, and you know, I think having, you know, people contribute their ideas and suggestions and was great fun. And you know, we're not going to need any glue for this building. Just the crappy cut quality of this kit is going to keep it together. you ever have to manhandle a kit like this from us, geez, let me know. That's terrible. You should never have to. But that building is together now, and it'll slot into our base. Let's move this camera back here. Come this way for a bit. So this is our little Stream 1 kit, our little simple ruin that we made. We could have continued this pattern up on each of these floors. Probably would have been a good idea. But there we go. There's our Stream 1 kit. Terribly cut, but it goes together like it's supposed to. And it works. Building 1. There we go, a little bit of fun for a Monday afternoon. Excuse me. Let's put this to the side and we'll make some kits that actually will be usable. We could probably use this chassis for something, but good fun. Here we go. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all keeping well, and we'll continue the next stream, at some stage. Solvik says, I have also decided what kits I want to get, so I can't wait to add them to our city. Well, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. It means a hell of a lot, especially right now when, things are pretty quiet and, international postage rates are out of control, which means international orders are down a little bit. Getting things to international retailers is a little bit difficult, but I'm sure things will even out in the process. So I do thank you, Solvix, for your support. Here we go, very quick stream of assembling our really crappy Stream 1 building. It's a crappy model and cut really badly. So at least there's those two things. I'll catch you in the next stream. See ya. Look, see, there's that hotkey again with the exclamation points in the chat comment. Let's get out of here. See ya.